Start off with the NFLPA. Now, Errol, we mentioned this a week ago, and I think we were right, and we actually broke a story because the NFLPA executive director, Lloyd Howell Jr., they found out that he's doing consulting work on the side for a firm that is investing in NFL ownership, meaning he's playing both sides of the fence. That's not exactly what you want. So, looks like I'm still having technical difficulty, guys. I think I'm going to be able to fix it.
All right,
it's okay. We're going to be able to get it.
Well, somebody's got to get it, right, Speedy?
Maybe it'll be Nathan's department.
Well, Nathan wears that blue blazer, so he might be a little lost.
He'll get everything with the blue blazer.
Well,
and it'll finish it off with the leash.
I mean, if I had a strap or a whip, I wonder how Nathan would react if I.
No, the whip is no match for Nathan's amazing leash.
I mean, seriously, I don't know if Nathan can handle the leash sound if I actually put a leash on. Somebody that he loved, one of his loved ones. I actually took him out for a walk. I took him a stroll around the park. Nathan loves those leashes, by the way. But, yeah.
All right, looks like we're working now, guys. Sorry about that. That was part one. Nathan does love leashes. The second part of the Nathan loving leashes thing, I guess it's not working. Let me pull it back up.
Duty Dodger.
There is somebody duty dodging. It might be Nathan.
We got a little bit higher pixel rate, so I got to be a little bit more careful with these files. Guys, so we talked about last week the collusion that was covered up by Howell's NFLPA because of the Sean Watson contract was all guaranteed money. And well, then the Goodell went around to everyone and tried to get them to not give out the guaranteed money. They had them dead to rights, and they signed some backroom deal, Howell and Goodell, that allowed them to collude in this manner. And now we're finding out that he's also working for a consulting firm, Errol, trying to buy into NFL ownership. Why don't we start there with just how corrupt the NFL is?
Well, I think all professional sports have corrupt people, and Howell is just one of those people that are trying to educate you on how to screw around, not just with the NFL and what the NFL does behind the scenes when it comes to players and colluding with the ownership and the players, but also colluding with firms that are helping him get richer. And I'm not surprised that Howell, I don't know him personally, and I don't know much about him, but the story is that this guy is under advancing himself in many different ways with an organization like the NFL that is a multi-billion-dollar organization bringing in money after money and thousands and millions and trillions of dollars over the last couple of years through endorsements and players. The players run the league, should run the league, but the owners have Roger Goodell persuading them to believe that they are running the league. Now, if the players decide after the CBA to go on strike and try to get more money, then the owners are going to have to buy into the situation for what it is. But Howell is not anything more than, I believe, a puppet. And I don't think Howell's the only person getting involved with this. Well, I just think he's the center stage voice of what's going on that we don't know.
Speedy, they said that this is the first time there's ever been an issue like this with the union head, where he was working outside of being the union head and getting money elsewhere, as far as like a salary.
Yeah, it seems shady.
Or he was the only one that got caught.
What? Right.
Well, but he's like brazen and saying, I'm not going to stop. You guys can say whatever you want. I'm just going to do it and make $3.5 million from the union to be its head while I'm working actively, by the way, it seems, against the union. That's as corrupt as it gets.
That's where you're benefiting on both sides, and it gets like corrupt from the individual standpoint.
If Roger, and honestly, if Roger Goodell gives a crap, why doesn't Roger Goodell step in and do something about it?
Because he benefits from it.
They're just going to say, Roger, that's why he can do it, because he's not going to stop it.
Exactly. There, you got your own answer right there, ladies and gentlemen.
So me, it's like the players, Joba. If this was happening in baseball while you're still playing, wouldn't there be a revolt amongst the players and try to remove the MLBPA leader?
Well, yeah, you look at it, both ways too, and think about like when the scabs crossed the line in the strike. Like they didn't like those guys like getting jobs in baseball, and like, well, you crossed the line, and now you're trying to double dip. Because it's like, well, I'm not going to make it, but I can still get paid because I'm not, a lifelong big leaguer and not going to get anything. So, yeah, I mean, it just sucks. It's you put everybody kind of in a bad situation because you're really like, what the hell you do? But if you're in Goodell's pocket and still making him money as you've seen it, the owners pay him. So if he's like, I'm still going to make my whatever the amount is, and you don't care, then I guess I'll collude or whatever we call it and still do it.
I mean, I guess the collusion thing made sense because the Browns contract was that stupid.
Right.
I guess everyone's like,
It made
all
sense.
right, for this one, we'll collude because the Browns are stupid. But it's still real fishy, man. Real fishy.
Yeah, you know what's real fishy? Why doesn't TJ Watt have a contract and Deshaun Watson's making hundreds of millions of dollars?